bad at all. But yeah, I think the fan's good to run right now. It's a. What do you guys think? You can hear okay here. I mean,
Oh yeah, I can hear.
we can shut it later.
Check 1, 2.
Now,
That sounds great.
Check. Boom.
Oh yeah, that's
now
good.
this evening, I mean, yeah, when more and more in the evenings, we're gonna have to shut the door. But yeah, okay, cool. Everything good? We're good. Awesome.
Oh yeah.
So this is becoming a YouTube creator. When I forget exactly what I titled it, but when you're basically a minor, underage, right? And so we have amazing guests, uploads of fun, who creates family content with family. So let's do a quick setup, Josh. How did you get started? Introduce everybody, and
Yeah. I'm Josh. This is Jackson. The one on the end is, what does it say on your name tag? Calvin?
Calvin.
Calvin. Okay.
You need to work on your writing.
No, I
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah, you do. So we started around 6 years ago, and it was their idea. I was in the creative field for a long time. I've done video, social media, graphic design, art direction, creative direction. And when they came to me and asked me to do a YouTube channel, I was terrified because I knew it would be a lot of work. I mean, I think that's one thing people think of when they think of social media influencers is they just kind of chill and hang out and make a video every once in a while. But it is a lot of work, especially YouTube. So we started making videos and things started picking up. And now we're over 12 million followers across platforms. And we're at Dragon Con. So that's pretty incredible.
We're doing good.
Amen. So, you guys have anything to say about uploads of fun?
It's fun.
We're a part of it.
you upload things.
Yes.
Good job.
So to Paxton and Cameron, uh,
Copper.
Copper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Coper.
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 Her last name is Cooper, by the way. Oh, spoiler alert. That's her last name.
Oh, don't dox yourself. So that we'll get to that. That is the thing, right? We'll talk about that. But you
Yeah.
mentioned they asked you to do a YouTube channel. So guys, you came up. You wanted to start doing things at what age?
Around 12, I knew I was really into animals such as reptiles. So I got a bunch of, I have like over like 6 reptiles now, and I do just shorts about them, and it's over 12K. So I'm good with that. And what do you do?
I do gaming. I grew up playing a lot of Fortnite, so I decided I wanted to do gaming. So my channel is Calzones Gaming. I live stream and post shorts, and I'm almost at 15,000 subscribers.
And that's currently right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
right.
started
We
exactly
talked about
1 year ago.
When you got started with when you came to your dad and said, "Hey, let's do something." What was where were you at in life, and what was that process?
Let's go back to my 10-year-old brain.
Doing school.
Yeah, right. Like you were thinking about school.
I was in school at that
I was in
point.
school. I saw a bunch of other people doing it, and they were successful off of it, and I thought their stuff was really cringe and stupid, so I thought we could do it. I thought we could do it a lot better, and I think we make content that we're proud of, and not just for views or for the sake of trends. So
Okay.
Well put. Calvin. Hey, oh, what did you? I think it was the channel FGTV.
Oh.
Yes, I watch
watch
them
them
all the time, and that's why I wanted to do YouTube, because I saw them doing YouTube. I was like, that looks really fun and awesome. So I came to my dad saying, "Hey, can we do YouTube?"
Well, and the one kid Chase had a YouTube channel
Yes,
called So Much
Chase.
Fun,
Yep.
and that's how we got our name, Do Much Fun. I was like, uploads of fun. That sounds great. Let's do uploads of fun.
Yeah, it was
That's-
their theme song that inspired it because it was like, so
No.
much fun. I was like, no, it would have been better if it was
Uploads of fun.
Yep.
and
So yeah, we took that.
not anything groundbreaking.
No.
That's all that happened. But it seems to be memorable for people. They come up to our booth here in the Walk of Fame and they're like, if they haven't heard of us, they're like, oh, that'll be easy to remember when I look it up later. So I'm like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, even somebody like myself that's bad with names, I like what I like and I follow it, but then I'll try to tell somebody about it. I can't remember the name. When they applied to come here and the consul's like, "Hey, do you upload some fun?" I said, that sounds vaguely familiar. And the second I typed it in, it's like, oh yeah, I've watched a million of the videos. Even if you don't remember things, it catches and it's there. And the vibe, the energy's there. So I went and lowered the microphone. We'll go ahead and take questions as soon as you have them. So come on and step up. We're going to keep talking. But any questions you have about what you think you might want to do with social media or creating something online, these are the guys to ask for sure.
I'll give you all the secrets, the real ones.
The
Don't go to
secret
the-
formula.
All right.
Secret formula.
Yay!
Ooh.
Is this what it sounds like? Mm.
That's a dad joke. How the fear of a parent letting a child on YouTube. Can you talk to us about what do you do to keep them safe? What is it as scary as it feels like? Is this what it sounds like?
Can I ask you a question back?
Yes.
So, when it comes to that fear, what is the fear? Are you afraid like a child will get taken, their identity will get stolen, people will use their images for other things? that-
All of it.
all
Sure.
of it?
Anything you could come up with, I'm
I
afraid
mean,
of.
I think the biggest fear for us early on, especially when we started to get recognized in public, was keeping them safe, making sure they didn't get taken, things like that. But the cold reality of it is like taking the images and things like that. You can't stop it. You can't stop it, and it's not like I'm going to look for it and trying to get rid of it and things like that. But I do the best to keep them safe, trying to keep our our last name, our address off the internet. But there's always people that will put it back up. And we've had people in the neighborhood come to the door and say, "Hey, what's going on?" If we had a tree trimmer come over and their kids like ran up. That kid was actually in a video. He gave me a discount on the tree trimming to let his kid. And I was like, "Yep, we can do that."
Yeah.
So I'm like, "Are you okay with him saying this?" He's like, "Yep," and he was in the video.
Well, just to be honest, if anyone tries to take us, they're gonna earn it.
Yeah.
They're gonna earn it because we are not small, we are not tiny, and we are loud.
Yeah.
So good luck
Challenge
trying to get
accepted.
away with it.
Yeah, I think it's no matter what you do, it's scary. You just have to. You having the question shows me that you're a good parent and you're going to be there. And usually having that fear, yeah, hear that, child of the person. You have, it's a good thing. Usually when you're asking the questions, it means you really do care. And just be careful. Social media has a lot of safeguards, but also it's not a perfect science. I can tell you that right now. So
Stay off Snapchat. Stay off.
Yeah.
Stay off Snapchat.
It's dangerous.
the craziest Snap. That's a good point because we'll put videos up there and they'll take them down because they say they're. You're gonna hear the S word here, kids. Overly sexualized, and I'm like, what? Have you scrolled on your own app for 2 seconds? And it's just the stuff that they leave up, and then they take ours down, and it's like we made a double entendre or something. There's nothing explicit, and it's like, wow, it's just, and I'm sitting there dumbfounded because I'm like, we put all this work, and then there's someone on there doing something they really shouldn't be doing anywhere in life, and it's getting all kinds of views. So, Snapchat, stay off of X. It should be on X. Any of the ones that are claiming they want free speech, that really scares me because that, it's not only the inappropriate images, but it's like the violence and things like that, just the very dark stuff. They want that stuff on there and they want to claim free speech. And I'm like, there's got to be a better way. So I hope that answered your question. Okay.
Do you have any thoughts on being taken, Calvin?
Honestly,
Not
I would just
decent.
hide in the closet. Honestly.
You just hide in the closet.
And then if they're in the same room, I'll get out the broom and just whack them from behind,
Yeah.
knock them out.
Well, but if a stranger knocks on the door, we all know you are going to be in trouble.
Yeah, because you don't know how to open a
Are you-
door.
Yes, I
properly.
do.
No, you don't.
We did a whole video. It's on our Patreon about I taught him how to open the door for a stranger. But his logic was, well, what if it's Amazon? And I was like, well, Amazon can still hurt you. They could still be bad people. He's like, well, then they'll be fired. I
Yeah.
said, well, then you'll be dead. He's like, well, they'll be fired. So that's kid logic for you.
So that's an interesting thing. So you go through different conversations as you're prepping your kids for the world.
Right.
So that was definitely one of them. Has there been an instance where something happened that you didn't think that would, just wasn't in your radar anywhere, and now you had to have, here's a new procedure and talk that we have to have?
Okay, I think one of the major things, and I won't go into too many details just because it is, I feel like it's so hard to talk about for me. It's when you start to get popular and you start to get an audience, this kind of goes with your question. You'll have kids that want to be their friends. You have to be
They're nuts.
Yes. I mean, you got to be very, very careful because even though a lot of people don't consider us celebrities, there's a lot of people that do, and they're just trying to get in the door no matter what they can do, including girls. So not just, spoiler alert, everyone out there, not just boys are bad, girls are bad too. Sorry to burst your bubble, but it is very true.
Humans suck.
And I won't, like I said, I won't go into details, but that was one of the issues that happened. It was the maddest I've ever been in my life because of what they then tried to do because of the relationships that they tried to build with my boys. Never been more. It was just, and that's hard because you really can't do anything like at that point. So you got to be very careful. Like that's probably the most dangerous thing is the friends. It's just like when they're playing online for like Fortnite and things like that. You can go into a random squad match and add 4 people and you don't know who it is.
Paxton unplugged the microphone.
Are you heckling me?
No,
Okay.
it was just an accident.
So from your guys' perspective, when somebody around your age range approaches you, how do you personally, what have you set up in yourself to say, oh, I kind of see what they're doing versus, oh, you are kind of a cool person and we could connect?
I can figure out in the first minute of talking to them. If they ask, "Can you follow me? Can you
All
like
right,
my
yeah.
post? Anything social media related?" Wrong.
Do they all
Good,
sound
no.
like that?
Can you follow me? Yeah, that's what they sound like. But you usually find good people when they don't even mention you're on social media. So if they just treat you like a person, that's when you know they're okay. That's when you know you're good. So that's my logic.
What about you, Cal?
Uh,
Because you've had a couple of.
yeah, I've definitely had a
run-ins.
couple of bad friends in the past. They usually try to use me, which I don't like. I hate fake friends. I hate them. My my logic is just be careful. Don't try to give out too much information because if you do unfriend them, they can use it against you and leak your private life, and that's why you have to be very careful. But I have had a friend for almost 2 years now, which I trust a lot. We've actually met at PopCon
Popcorn.
twice, so I trust him a lot.
Shout out to Kaboom.
Yes, so that's my logic. Just be very careful.
That's not his real name, by the way, but that's what Calvin calls him. So
I mean, we've met
What?
his parents and everything too. So yeah, his name's Kaboom. That's actually Trevor.
yeah, we like Kaboom better.
Still, we're gonna keep talking. Questions? We got the mic there for you. All right, come on up.
Hey guys. So my son is 9. He's going to be 10 in like a month.
Okay.
And he has been asking because he really wants to start a YouTube channel and stuff like that. So for an underage kid, right, trying to get into that, can you speak a little bit to the process of like how you build your videos and stuff like that for a kid that is underage and like your kind of moderation way you do handle moderation and
Yeah.
stuff like that?
Yeah. So would you be part of the channel or would it just be them?
It would be it's going to be his channel.
Okay. Yeah.
And then we've already asked him and told him like because he wants to do a lot of gaming stuff,
Mhm.
but we've told him that for instance if he's doing something we need to be available and like in the room like if he's streaming
Yes.
we are moderating
Yeah,
his
yeah.
channel for instance,
Yes.
right? And these are just things that I've kind of come up with, but I'd like to hear from like what you guys have done basically that have worked for you guys so far.
Yeah. For our channel specifically, it's always been all 3 of us. So that's always been very helpful for getting around some of the rules they have in place for like YouTube because they can't go on camera until they're 13. So what we did for Calvin when he started his channel was his camera was off. Like he went without a camera. You can turn the chat off if you want. What I would suggest for you is to start building the channel as very, very, very slowly, like keeping the comments off, keeping the camera off if he's gaming, if he's making a short, maybe use an AI voice and see how interested he actually is, and see how much he's willing to put into it. Because what you don't want is you end up doing it all. You want him to learn it and things like that. And then as it grows and as he, 3 years, I think, is a good time period. When he becomes 13, if he wants to turn that camera on and start doing shorts with his face in it, then it'll be okay. Yeah. And then if it's going to be, I would just definitely pick your niche too. If it's going to be gaming, like stick with gaming. But when you first start, maybe the first like 50 to 100 videos, I know that sounds like a lot, but it's really not. Try different things. See if he has some other interests and see, because gaming, what I would say is it's a tough one, especially because if he's doing Fortnite or another, what game would he start with? Maybe like Roblox or
So he does do Roblox,
Okay.
but he also likes to play single player games like Undertale
okay.
and things like that. So he's got some like he enjoys other types of games. You know, he does a lot of Minecraft too, and like
Yeah.
those types of games. So it's not. We've kind of tried to steer him away from the games where there's like the chat functionality and everything.
Okay.
But like for instance, he wants to play World of Warcraft with me,
Right.
and so I've told him that we can, but I have to be playing at the same time as him.
Yep.
Right? Because I've been playing since 2004. I'm a terrible nerd, but so that's kind of how we thought we could kind of keep him safe.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
even if he wanted to just do some of the, even if he was doing live streaming, no camera on, no chat, he would be safe then.
Right.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And then
Mhm.
you could also do some special videos where you join and then
Yeah.
you're both on camera, and then just try all the different games he likes and see which one his audience is gravitating towards.
Cool. Yeah. See, kind of find his niche in that gaming world. Because
Yeah.
there's a lot of different games out there.
Yes.
So
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like some of the popular games like Minecraft, Fortnite, Roblox, they're harder to break into because they're so established. It's not
Right.
impossible though.
no, right. Like because he really enjoys like Beck Bro,
Okay.
and those guys, like he really likes that kind of ensemble, like how they play and everything like that. So that's what he eventually wants to build towards, that type of a thing. Like that is his goal.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
And I think start small, see how interested he really is once he finds out all the work there is. And it might not feel like work to him. And that's when you know you found something great.
cool. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
Of course.
For 21 years, I've been a public figure in digital media. My oldest kid is 20 years old now. So their whole life, they've grown up around it. Every one of them at some point in life has said, I want to be a streamer. I want to do a thing. You can get software out there or pay for it. So I pay for some online things like Talk Studio by Streamlabs is a way to do things. StreamYard, which is very expensive now, is a way. Or there's free software called like OBS, which you have to learn to set it up. But what I did was I taught them, like, here's my computer. You cannot go live. I do monitor all my channels. I know what goes on, but you can hit record. I want you to practice, because we've always taught them it's not about you. It is about the world, but you've got to manage yourself. So I let them practice a little bit, and each one of them have kind of fallen off and don't want to do it. But that kind of shows you they're going to do it. They're going to get up, set it up, do the job, and it keeps them safe. And then you go into all that other stuff there. But being that figure, I've always put their names out and everything else, just because that's who I am. And that's would you say that's the thing as a parent, is like when you're not afraid, when you have already learned the safeguards as adults, it's easier to bring your kids in the media?
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, and I grew up online and learned all the wrong things.
Yeah.
And then when it came time to have kids, I was like, oh man, I know how to keep them safe. And you really got to keep up with technology, no matter if your kids are wanting to do this or not. I mean, that's just technology's changing, and there are just people that are always trying to get at your kids. It's a sick world sometimes, but yeah, definitely keep yourself up to date on all the knowledge, all the safeguards, everything like that. Whether it be on their phone, computer, iPad, whatever it is, anything that's connected to the internet. TVs are now connected to the internet. And they can find a way to get in trouble on there too.
You were just saying yesterday on the parenting panel about the Google Share, Google Doc, something.
Oh, somebody told a story about.
That was somebody else that told us.
Yeah,
Okay.
it stuck with me though, because I was like, oh my gosh, these kids didn't have social media, so they decided to start communicating through Google Slides.
That's
And I was like, what?
Even I don't know how to use Google
because
Slides.
you can co-work apparently, and then
Yeah.
share notes, and now they're messaging through a work app more or less as 8-year-olds.
And then my wife reminded me there was someone we knew who their kids were using their Bible app. There was
Oh, I heard that story. Maybe
Yeah.
you told that story.
There
Yeah.
was a messaging feature in there, and I was like, maybe it was somebody she saw online or something. Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, wow, they're using the messaging feature on a Bible app to.
To send pictures. to
Yeah,
things.
and I was like, wow, okay.
Can you imagine what those chats are like?
No.
Unfortunately, yes, and it's terrifying. The thing. So,
Wait, I'll just say wait till you have kids.
uh, you cannot protect your kids from the world. The world will happen. I think you need to take methods to teach your kids how to
Yes.
see the world for what it can be, see the world for what it is, and find that path in between to protect themselves.
Yeah, if we just kind of, if I felt like if I just kind of kept my kids sheltered, once they were able to have these things and these tools, they just become a target because they don't know what's going on. They don't know how they're being attacked and everything like that. It's just like for us adults in the room, I'm sure you guys get text messages from UPS saying your package is here. You get those ones from like the state highway patrol about you haven't paid it, and it's so fake. But if you don't know that stuff's coming, you're like, oh man, I can't believe I didn't pay that. Like click on it, and that's it. You're being fished by someone. They're taking all your information. So, do you have any more questions?
Sorry, I have to do this.
Yeah, I know. Go ahead.
So what software would you use if you were making a video?
Okay. What I use is Final Cut Pro. So if I'm editing, I use Final Cut Pro. I know a lot of people like to edit on their phones and tablets. You can do that. You just don't have quite as much power.
As much control.
Yeah, I mean, you can even get Final Cut Pro now on the iPad Pro, but it's just not the same thing. Also, I use Premiere Pro sometimes. That's an Adobe product. But if you're looking for a good one on the phone, there's something called InShot, and that's very inexpensive. It's only $10 a year.
And there's some free ones on the phone. CapCut is
Yeah.
out
Oh,
there by
that's the one I
TikTok,
use.
and
Yeah.
then there's Reels, I think is what it's called by Instagram.
Edits.
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 Thank you.
Yeah.
Edits.
Edits is pretty good. Yeah, I
Yeah.
like that one. That actually
What
has
kind
a
of
good-
video are you trying to make?
Mainly either gaming or first person parkour.
Like
Parkour?
live or recorded?
Probably mainly recorded.
Yeah.
But maybe sometimes
like
live.
a short or a long form?
Mainly long,
Long, okay.
but mainly like shorts, like funny parts of the actual main video.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I think the great thing about Final Cut Pro is if you're looking at is you pay for it one time. So every other software now is monthly. So
Yeah.
it's just pay for it one time and you're done.
Okay.
Jackson, you said CapCut is what you use?
Yeah, I use CapCut for my shorts, but it's very, if you want to get something very, very specific and you have to do it with your finger, oh, that's just, it's
Yeah.
very hard.
Phones are. Would you guys say phones are the hardest to edit on, then tablets, then computers?
Yeah, the bigger the screen, the better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even if you're editing a short that's going to go on a small screen, if it looks great on your big screen, it's really going to look amazing on that small screen. So it's just the control and being able to do all the different kind of cuts that I want to do. I like to use computer. Maybe I'm just old.
And as you are as a parent thinking about things, or as a child trying to pitch it to your parents, I want to do this, and they don't understand. Information is key. Getting all the information you can about something is key. I'm looking around, and almost every child in here is doing cosplay, which means somebody showed you something and said, "Oh, look at it. The parent got the information. We know we like it. We know it's safe." Boom, you did. It's the same. How you do anything is how you do everything. So if you have parents that don't understand, find channels like Uploads of Fun. It's like this, and this is what we do, and just find that information. As parents, it's not different, right? YouTube and Twitch is not different than coming to a convention. I mean, you can run into some of the same issues here live in person that you do online.
Oh yeah, yeah. So you just got to protect yourself no matter where you are, IRL or in person. Yeah. Do you have any more questions?
Come on up.
when you do like a video on YouTube, do like people who are watching like speed runs on Minecraft? Do they like doing speed runs?
Do I do speed runs?
Yeah, do they
Oh,
usually?
no, there's a lot of people who do a lot of good fun speed runs. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. Is that your favorite thing to watch?
Sometimes.
I hear you. What about, do you guys watch speed runs? Do you do speed runs?
No.
I don't. Really,
Oh,
I
okay.
don't really know. What
Great
they
question.
Are.
So a speed run is, you take any game, right? And there's a way to play it. Speed run is how fast can you get through and either beat the level or beat the game or achieve the goal. And it can get insane. Sometimes people use hacks. That's not honored in the community of speedrunners. If you gotta do it legitimately. And I think it started about 10 years ago with the original Mario Brothers beating the game, and just here's how you get through the fastest, and it's amazing to watch.
I think we watched some Hello Neighbor.
Yep.
Speed runs. Okay.
Where do you get all your equipment?
Okay. Good.
Amazon.
Well, so I am a can't say those words. My wife calls me. Hold on a second.
Cheap.
I'm a cheap guy. I like to keep things cheap and frugal. Frugal is the word. So I'll start doing my research online, find the equipment that I want to do exactly what I want to do, and I'll start at eBay. I'll start at eBay, try to find something used, but also Amazon's a great resource. And those are probably the two I stick with. There's other places like Guitar Center and Adorama and B&H, but those you're gonna pay full price, and you're probably gonna pay a little more because they're a specialty store. So I would say, big thing, do your research.
Amazon.
You can get anything on Amazon.
Are you sponsored by Amazon?
No.
3-day shipping. 3-day shipping. I mean, that's my. I mean,
Maybe
Alright,
he is.
So another lesson in coming up in media is you can do shout outs, but you want to know your worth. We'll get
oh
there.
yeah.
I have a question. Would it be better if you used if you're doing like a video in real life, would you prefer like a phone to record it or like a real camera to?
Oh,
Good
great question. Phone versus
Ooh.
camera.
What do you guys think?
With shorts, I would say just use your phone, especially if it's something like under 15 seconds. Just use your phone. But if it's a long form video, camera's always the way to go, in my opinion.
Okay.
What about you, Cal?
Thank you.
I would agree with that. Short videos, phone, and then long form actual camera.
I'm saying camera all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, only because the quality, I can control the quality the whole time. I love the iPhone because you can do anything you want now. You have everything in the palm of your hand, but it's always trying to do the guesswork for you. So
Okay,
if
yeah.
you're in this room and you want to white balance, it's going to try to white balance it for you. It's going to look terrible. And when I try to take that footage into a program and white balance it, it's going to kill it. So I think cameras are great, but we still use an iPhone for our awkward questions.
So, from the digital media track perspective, we always say start with what you have.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't matter if you got a little cheap older phone or my kids who showed up here, they're into old tech now. They love going to yard sales and finding the original digital cameras and
Yeah.
taking pictures with them. So, but it is what you have. So if you have a phone or if you have an older camera or newer camera, whatever you have, you start there. I'm a huge fan of iPhone for all my shorts, because it does take the guesswork out, right? It's just brilliant. I can look at it. What I see is what I get.
Yep.
And then I can edit it real quick on my phone and put it out. And I've actually gone from, in my studio, I had a 4K camera, which looks great, but I really liked how I have a M1 MacBook Pro. And that camera, the way it frames and does the lighting for me, got the effect that I wanted better than the 4K camera. So it is about what you're trying to achieve.
Yeah. I like
With
what you
it.
said though about use what you have. That goes along with my being frugal. Because if you can make some good stuff with what you have now, like you're just going to continue to get better. I would say with gear, and this probably goes, overarching thing for gear is you can start, and you probably know, you can start just buying a ton of gear, and just have a ton of gear, and then you'll notice, oh, I use these two things all the time, and that's it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
be careful. And that's another thing. The reason I like eBay is because I'll just put it back up on eBay, but I'll usually put it back to our business and buy more gear.
So what did you guys start with when you did your first uploads of fun video?
What did we just use? I think we just used a phone, didn't we?
No, so
Was-
Marco, my best friend, he was into a channel at the time called Think Media,
Okay.
and they teach you how to create stuff with cameras and stuff. And I already kind of knew, but I was like, oh, this is YouTube. It's totally different. So I just watched a video and bought like a Canon DSLR, which is what we shot our first.
So
It was terrible.
I know we talked about this on the parenting panel a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
What is your age limit for phone? Because we're talking about creativity and we're thinking, oh, cameras and stuff, but that phone to me is a much more dangerous link to the world
Yes.
than creating stuff on YouTube.
Yes. I
Oh,
think at the parenting panel, I came up with the arbitrary age of 11 because that's when we gave our kids phones. But what I told somebody came up afterwards and asked me how I came up with that. And I said, you got to go by the child. If you think they're ready for it, then your gut is probably right. But you have to have the safeguards on there too, screen time, make sure, websites are blocked, things like that. And you can do that several different ways. You don't have to use the phone. You can go on your router and block certain things like that, and just to make sure they're safe. But 11 seemed like the right time, and it became a safety thing too. Like when they're out or they're at school or whatever, just taking a walk. If they're in trouble, they can talk to us.
You talk about meeting people,
Yeah.
and you triggered a rule I did give my kids because I realized there's no stopping it, right? Tablets, everything else, they will figure out a way to connect with things. And I do want them to connect with people. Yeah, I grew up with very little friends, a few friends in real life, but as the internet came around, I made bigger, deeper connections with people around the world versus here. So I understand that's the world we're in. But until I found that they got to an age that they are trustworthy, like they understood the process.
Yeah.
Anytime I heard them talking to somebody, I said, I want to see their face on the camera. And I'd stand there and make the person show me their face. And it's always a kid, but you never know, right? Because people can pretend to be children.
Oh yeah.
And that was one of the things I did is like, if you're going to talk to somebody, period, whether you're gaming and chatting or whatever, I need to know their information.
Yes.
All right, questions. We are taking questions. Well, feel free to step up, ask whatever you want. Here we go.
How do you get famous?
I got so many jokes on that. I can't even start.
Trial by error. Just
You know
see
what?
what works.
I don't know if that was.
No, I think be yourself.
Yeah, be yourself.
Would you guys, so uploads of fun, there's nothing that you do. I mean, there's skits, there's written stuff, right? But there's nothing you do that you don't find funny, right?
Right.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
want to entertain yourself, and if you're in a family channel, you want to entertain each other first. And somebody said that to me today, but it was funny because was one of the reasons we did this is so I could have a deeper connection with my family. I was always worried as a dad that I wouldn't have enough pictures, I wouldn't have enough videos, I wouldn't teach them enough things, and now, we've been able to do all this stuff. I would say though, do you guys have anything to say about this? Because I have one deep thing to say. It'll probably ruin the whole vibe. Go ahead.
No, get your sad vibe out.
Yeah, say it.
Don't seek fame.
Yeah.
Let it come to you, and fame is in the eye of the beholder. I mean, it's humbling to be on the walk of fame because you'll see, other people that will get more people to their table than us. We'll get people to our table, but you'll see other people, and it's humbling because it's like they're at different levels in their careers than we are. We've only been doing this for 6 years. And I would say, like I said, it's in the eye of the beholder. You might start a channel, and I remember when we started, we only had 19,000 followers, and some kid's mom pulled into a Wendy's
Oh my
Stopped
gosh,
us.
yeah.
and had us wait there so she could FaceTime her son because he's our biggest fan. We had 19,000 followers. So, just don't chase it. Fame is very dangerous too. Like, what do you mean by famous? Let me ask that. Like a lot of followers, or like everyone knows you when you walk down the street?
A lot of followers.
It's a lot of work. And I would say the biggest thing is consistency. If you really want to do this as your career, you just got to be consistent. Even if you only post one day a week, do it the same day every week.
Post at the same time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Stay consistent. The followers followers will come. Don't worry.
Quality over quantity.
And
Yeah.
think about this when you think about numbers. If 30 people watch your video, you're like, oh, that's not 19,000 people. If 30 people showed up to your living room to hear what you had to say, it's a lot of people, isn't it? If everybody in this room came to your house, it'd be something.
Yeah.
So do what you love and let the world follow.
And then also be good to your fans, because just because you have followers, not all of them are fans.
Mm.
And you want to make sure you build things that are like special for your fans, that people that really like you, the people that really support you, they watch you consistently. You got a channel?
No.
You want one?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll keep an eye out for it. All right.
Awesome.
Thanks for the
Thanks.
question.
Hey, thanks for doing this.
Of course.
Especially for, it was really good to see that my son is sitting there. I don't know if he had a question or not.
He did. He came by. It was awesome.
Okay. Um, so a lot is on my mind.
Sure.
But some of the things, and you may have addressed this, I was with my 7-year-old in the other room earlier, so I may have missed. One thing we were wondering was, do you have a book? Because we just ordered 2 books on through Amazon for like the dummies, how to get started with YouTube and all. So we looked at a couple of books and we ordered two or three books we ordered just to get started. For me, it's all, a lot of it is about, yes, you're going to do YouTube, fine. I want to learn as well. So let's do this together.
Yes.
We learn this together
Mm.
and then we do it because it's media. That's the main thing, is it is media.
Yeah.
And you use it as media, and then you can use those same principles in so many other ways as well. So one of the things from the books that I was hoping to get is, one, for us to get some time to space out, so we actually plan, we get to know, like you said, do your homework.
Yeah.
And understand it. Do you have a recommended list of things to get? I know you said be frugal, start with what you have,
Sure.
but yes, the camera, and then he was looking at a game drive for the gaming videos. What other things are required? So we wanted to come up with a budget.
Okay.
What is this going to take going in? What's the input? Then what are we doing? Of course, there's time. And then
Yes.
what's the output? So one thing I would, if you can address, is the what are we putting in? And when we when we talk about putting in, do include, it's the time and it's the opportunity cost,
Yeah.
which I think at grade 2 the kids start learning what's opportunity cost. So that's what's going in. That's one question. The other thing, and I'm glad the way you answered that, the fame thing. Why are we doing this?
Oh, good.
Is
Oh,
what is the purpose of doing this?
Yes.
Is it money? So that's something, and I'll be very honest, he's sitting there, is that years ago when we were growing up, when parents would say, or we would say we want to get something, then parents would say, well, we can't afford it, and we would just be quiet. Okay. And now that doesn't happen. When we say, well, we can't afford it, and the kids say, well, we can do a lemonade stand. 2 years ago it was a lemonade stand, and now it's a, we can do a YouTube if you can't afford it.
Yeah.
Well, so now we have to be honest with them. It's not that we can't afford the dollars. We do need some more time for you to be more mature
Sure.
to do it.
Yeah.
So that ties in with what is your goal? Why are you doing it?
Yeah.
Is it money? What do you mean by fame? The question that you
Yeah.
asked. If it's followers, does that equate with money? But why is money important?
Yeah.
And that's something that I think all of us need to really think about. And we've talked. We just came back from a 3-week vacation in Africa. Went to 5 countries. We're still able to do it.
Yeah.
The only thing we are not able to do, and that money would buy, is first class tickets.
Mm.
That's the only thing.
Sure.
Everything else, thankfully to God, we have what we need. So why money? Right? What is it the money's going to get? So address a little bit of that,
That's fine.
the
So,
high,
okay, I got
that
you.
part.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And then
got
where
you.
is the money going to take? And of course, look at this. The money's only for now.
Yeah.
This world. We have so many worlds around. Look at the Hubble
Okay.
telescope. ooh, the world's there. What are we going to spend this
Gotcha.
money on? What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, what are our goals?
All right.
So that side and the
So-
concrete also. What is it that we need to get started?
Well,
Understood.
well-
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, don't look to get rich quick because you're going to fail pretty quickly if you're looking to get rich quick. I'd rather go gamble than try and do a YouTube channel to get rich quick.
Yeah.
And
That's good. That's a good point.
I mean, the money is for you to live. I mean, if you really want to do this full time, that's what the money's for your house and for the way your lifestyle, everything.
Well,
It's
and
not
that,
for
that
And
comes
kids,
towards the end.
address it to
Well,
the kids because we're talking kids. The
Yeah,
kids
yeah.
have money.
well,
They have enough money that the parents are providing
I
for
will-
food and basics. So what, from that side, think of
sa-
what's
save
the
it.
outcome?
save it,
Well,
save
I-
as
I'll
much
just
as you
start
can.
let's start with the why. The reason we started is to connect deeper as a family. And then as I saw it turning into something, it came into this could be my job. And now it really feels like a calling. It feels like we're here to make people laugh. When the numbers are down, it doesn't matter if one person sees our video. I'm stoked. And I am being completely honest with you. There was a point where I couldn't say that because I would see the numbers be down and it would just devastate me. And that would happen every day. So you don't want to get to that point. You want to have that right reason in mind, and you want to be doing it for the right reason. You want to do it in service to other people. I mean, because I think being funny is not easy, and not for this is for our channel, not easy, and not everyone can do it. And I feel like when I hear people saying they're laughing, and you got to take the good with the bad. There's bad comments, there's good comments, and just be careful not to let your mind blow up. But for me, the money, since the money is still there for me to have a salary, then we're going to keep doing it. I'm not looking to get rich or looking to get famous, just kind of letting that come to us. Back to the beginning of your question, when you're talking about what to start with, if you can give me some more specifics, I
What-
can.
She talked about gaming a little bit,
Yeah,
right?
I
You want to do a
mean,
gaming
because
show?
you can
Yeah.
What do you need? What do we need to start?
I would just start with a simple camera, but keep the mic really good. Audio is key when it comes to social media because if you have a bad picture and great audio, people stay and watch it.
Oh, yeah.
That's always the thing. Great mic. You want to have a PC that has enough power to do it, and a good video card to push the video out and stream it. But our email is on our website, uploadsofun.com, and you can always email me, and I can definitely take you through. We went through of gaming 3 stages. We literally started in a small room with an Xbox and
Yep.
a laptop.
Oh yeah.
Went to a PC from eBay that was like
$1,000 maybe.
less than $1,000
Yeah.
bucks.
Mhm.
Which is low for a gaming.
And
Yeah.
then we got sponsored by a gaming company, and they sent us a PC.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and that one's awesome. I mean,
Oh, yeah, it's
what was
amazing.
the-
we're uploadsofun.com.
Uploads of fun.
Yep. Yeah, you can email me if you just have some questions. I have no problem emailing you back.
And I do a show every week with Tyra Burton called Be Awesome Together, which is beawesometogether@gmail.com. And we teach digital media and creation and answer these questions. We take them one at a time. So we have themes each week, but we answer those kind of things as well. I think you guys nailed it. Now, from the aspect of what she's talking about with the kids starting, when you guys wanted to bring and start this channel, what was your goal when you first said we want to do what became Uploads of Fun?
I'll be honest, followers. I saw all these,
Connection.
connection. I saw all these people have, like I said, cringy, corny people get these millions of followers. I thought we're funny.
Yeah,
we're
we
not.
can do
We
this
won't be as
better.
corny. We can make actually content that's good.
So, okay, what I hear in that is key is you saw a lack, like you didn't connect with that, but there was something there.
yeah,
You felt like you did something well,
yeah,
and so you wanted to bring you to the table.
yeah, exactly.
YouTube.
That's actually what it
Yeah.
stands for originally. But yeah,
My goal, yeah, probably lots of followers and to have lots of fun.
Uploads
Yeah.
of fun.
Yeah, there you go.
Loads
Yeah.
of fun. That makes sense now.
we're still working on branding. It's okay. All right, yes, ma'am.
How much money do you think it would take to get started?
Yeah, I mean, like we talked about, if you have a phone, I mean,
Which we saw you have a phone over there.
That's my dad's phone.
That's where you start, though,
Yeah, that's
right?
where
You
you
start
start.
with
That's-
what mom and dad have.
but going back to the other question we were asked, about starting and setup. I mean, it can be from here to here, but I would say start on the low end and start with what you have,
Mm.
and then build up, because you can buy all kinds of equipment. You may never use it. You may just end up using the phone. But lighting is key. Microphone is key. If you don't have lighting, find a place in the house where the sun hits during the day. Open up the blinds and face the light.
Yeah,
Okay.
microphone first, right?
Yeah, I would
know,
say microphone's so.
And
important.
honestly, these phones are great cameras. One of my friends who's also a creator here, I think you're going to meet him soon. He uses earbuds to record everything. And I asked him about it because you can watch, so you just play with it. Test out your mom and dad's earbuds or some headphones or whatever little microphone they have and see how you like it and start where you are. And then you will get to where you want to be. You can always improve.
Yes.
I mean, you got a few years left in you. You'll be all right.
I do have a microphone too at home, but it's not like this microphone. It's
That's
like
okay.
a toy karaoke boombox.
Does it plug into a computer or something that records?
Depends. Depends on what plug it has.
No, yeah, exactly.
I mean, like Jackson said, his sponsor that he personally has, Amazon. You could you need to cut us into that, Jackson. You can go on there and find every level of microphone, but you want one that plugs in. If
So
you
like a
wanted-
computer or a phone or
phone, yeah.
iPad.
Yep, because they make all of them.
I'll call out my kids here. The proudest moment I had was I always check their tablets. We had little, the Amazon Kid tablets was the first thing we did, so I could lock them out of things. And I'd go through and check, and they were making little, their own locally recorded little YouTube videos. And they were sitting there doing little skits on their pads. And hey, guys, and they knew it wasn't going anywhere, but they were going like and subscribe and all that. And it looked fine and it sounded fine. Still wouldn't let them publish it because they were like 8 years old. So I was like, we're not doing that. But whatever you have will get you there.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I'm 9 years old, so I can't have a phone yet. So I have to use my parents' phone or a tablet.
You have great parents.
Well, and I feel like you have a great personality too, so I think
Yeah.
that's going to work on the video. So that'll be good.
Honestly, I think that's probably just as important as the audio is have fun. That's why I had all my kids practice on recordings first is the personality has to be there.
Yes. And there's one thing that people do, and this is just a little side note. You'll notice it if you start watching videos. They whisper when they're filming, because they're almost afraid that someone in the house or somebody's going to hear them. They're going to don't whisper. I think that will set you apart right away. Just, hey, I'm so and so. This is my channel. Just talk normal. I think that's a big thing. That's like one of the first pieces of advice. A lot of people come to us for advice. So I'm like, you're whispering on your channel. No, I'm not. I'm like, go watch it. Oh, I'm not talking normal. And it's
Look, I've done this for over 20 years. I do think on caffeinations now. And even now, I just did one yesterday in my hotel room. And I get a little embarrassed to even do it in public. And then in my hotel room, I was like, okay, I got my quote down. It's a quote. I'm making about coffee. Then I give a little thought. It's less than a minute. And I'm sitting on the bed of my hotel room, repeating it over and over and making myself louder because no matter how long you do it, you sometimes have to remind yourself, you are you turned up to 11 when you get on the camera. And that's something you have to practice.
I mean, filming in public is terrible. It's not fun.
Yeah.
I think the woman who asked the question just walked out. The question about why and why you would do this.
Yes.
We have homeschool friends who have an environmental concern and they use social media as a way of forwarding their environmental concern and engaging with other people. So I think that might be also an answer to that is you want to change the world.
Yeah.
Maybe not what you guys wanted to do in generally, except in maybe making people laugh and making people stay better.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean, it's just like the equipment. Like when you start off with a reason. When you start, and that reason for them especially develops into something different. And as we've gotten larger, we always have these, we call them come to Jesus moments where we're like, do you still want to do this? We don't want them to be forced into this because it's just going to turn out like trash then, because they're going to just be like puppets up there for the videos. But their reason, just like the equipment, keeps getting better and better and better. And why do I want to do this? That's why we're going to cons now, because we want to meet the people that support us and the people that we're making laugh.
Okay, my serious question.
Yes.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
As a mom, when do I become concerned about adults engaging with my
Ooh,
middle
great
schoolers'
question.
social media? You're shaking your head already.
Don't let adults talk.
Yeah, I was gonna say-
don't at all.
Okay, let me
Well,
finish
yeah,
the
yeah,
question
go ahead,
then.
go
When do I be concerned about when there is engagement with adults with my middle schoolers' online presence? And if there is a point, what are the guardrails and what is a mom supposed to do or parent supposed to do or guardian supposed to do in order to ensure that those guardrails are in place?
So let me ask a clarifying question.
Yeah.
Are you talking about your kids like this? They make media and put it out, or is this just human social media naturally?
Talking about they comment on something.
Yeah, exactly.
Which one do you want?
Okay,
Well, I mean,
let's start on gaming.
Yeah.
Are you playing games, or are you making a video about the game? Okay, so you're interacting as a natural. Gotcha.
I
All
would
right, there you go.
I would
On
say-
platforms where there are not necessarily supposed to be adults, but that line can be really blurry
what you're
or
talking about.
unknown.
Yeah.
Right. I would say if they're gaming and they're playing a game with other adults.
Mm-mm.
Nope.
Yeah, I was
Nope.
with them. Yeah.
If any interaction happens, get involved immediately. That's
Well, so you have to pay attention, right? You have to work with your child and teach them some guidelines, and then check in on them.
Yeah. I don't see any situation where that ends up being good. And you don't ever want to, there could be one situation where it's just they're talking online. I just wouldn't take that chance. I just wouldn't take that chance. That's just me.
I think that last statement just answered the question.
That's scary to me.
You-
I've heard adults talking on back when they were playing Fortnite, and I'm like, nope,
Yeah,
block, nope, block.
yeah. And the sometimes the mindset comes up as, well, it's not doing any harm, and in that moment it might not be. I've tried to flip that question to what good is it doing though? Is it bringing a positive up? And there's no real good in somebody like me interacting with a 13-year-old in a game.
Because if you could talk to that adult that they're playing like Fortnite with, what answer could they give you that would make it okay for them to continue to have a relationship?
Yeah.
Probably nothing.
Yeah.
Probably nothing.
Now, if you're making videos, it's going to be a little different.
Yeah, if people are commenting on videos and things like that, you're never going to be able to tell age. There's always so much anonymity. If they're too young, I would just turn the comments off.
or YouTube will do that for you. If you're too young, they'll
Yeah.
automatically turn the comments off.
And then if they're trying to reach out to you in other ways, obviously block those communications. That's my advice.
All right, we've got about 10 minutes, so let's see if we can get through a few more questions. Yes, sir.
When you say hard work, what do you mean? Like from editing to uploading?
Okay,
Great
so
question.
so you've got that's a great question.
This is something you love to talk about.
Well, I'll tell a quick story. One time when I was doing this full time, I went in to buy a new car, and I had to put down what I do for a living. And,
Oh,
and it
this
was
is a
like
good
content
story.
creator. So it was this younger salesperson. He's like, "Oh, so you just chill all day?"
Oh.
I nearly leapt across the table. Like, it's so much hard work. Idea generation is the hardest. You got to have ideas all the time. Equipment built. We have a couple different sets that we build for our different videos in our studio. So we got awkward questions. We do the button videos. We do skits. Editing, answering comments, reaching out to brands for deals, reaching out to cons to bring us out, connecting with fans via email, extra content for Patreon, and that I haven't even talked about posting on the 8 different platforms that we post on, and each platform wants a different commenting format or a different caption format, coming up with hashtags, photo shoots.
It's a lifestyle.
Merch, coming up with merch, finding artists for merch and things like that. I mean, and then also trying to find your way into real world media. Like we're working on a movie right now, and we're probably gonna do some other things like that. So just because social media is still at its infancy as far as like influencers seeing those people as celebrities. So I hope that answered your question.
So, quick example. Go ahead. You can pass the mic back. If you have your parents' device or something you can record on, practice recording 5 minutes a day of just talking about something, and then do that tomorrow, and do that the next day, and do that the next day, and you'll start to see what kind of work goes into it.
Nonaville talked about editing software / things that you like to use or have.
Editing software.
Yeah.
Final Cut Pro, I love. I like that because you only have to pay for it once, and then on a phone, I think InShot, CapCut, Edits, and I think you actually get Final Cut Pro on the iPad Pro, and then iMovie. If you only have iMovie, which comes with a Mac, you can do a lot with iMovie.
We're tragically an Android and Windows.
That's
family.
so Windows Movie Maker is kind
Yeah,
of
yeah. And there's free programs. There's things
DaVinci
like that.
Resolve.
Yeah,
is free.
Resolve is good. Yep.
Everything's gonna be a learning curve, but you can find free audio recordings. So there's one out there called Reaper that is free to use, and if you wanna skip the 5-second wait, it's $60 for about 8 years worth of use. I mean, they're really great. So there's a lot of different ways to get around it. Start free and build from there.
So, like, how would it take to get sponsored?
Oh man, that's
Well, focus on your channel first and focus on growing before you even think about sponsoring. Once you finally get into a routine and you've been doing this for a while and you finally figure out what you're doing and you're doing it well and you see consistency in your growth, that's when you start figuring out sponsors and all that. Sponsors come in way later.
and they reach out to you, right?
Yeah, the cool thing is though, and that's a good answer.
It's a great answer.
The cool thing is there's sponsors for every different level.
Oh yeah.
And you got to know your worth, because when you're a smaller channel, they could come at you. If you're a gaming channel, they say, I have these great gaming headphones. As long as you wear them while you're playing the game, we'll give you a pair. Okay, but let's say you're at 10,000 subscribers right there, like even 500 subscribers. But then you're at 1 million subscribers and they come to you again. They're like, we got new headphones, and you go, I'll wear them, but this is how much I'm going to charge you. And then I want a free set and maybe a backup set. And you got to then, once you get bigger, you got to know how to work with these brands, because they have the money. They have the money.
They just don't want to use it.
They don't. Right. You've got to help them see the value in what you're going to do for them. Because if you have 1 million subscribers on your gaming channel, how many eyes are going to get on those headphones? They can't pay for that kind of advertising, and that's why they're coming to you, and they know it, but they're going to try to take advantage of you, and just don't let them do that.
In short, advertisers want numbers. You as a creator want connections. So focus on what you're getting out of what you're doing, and the rest will fall into place.
Yeah, for sure.
Also, secondly, mainly this is me and my other 2 friends that are back in my neighborhood.
Okay.
Mainly, how do you avoid like copyright? Like if someone takes your ideas.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
As you start out, there's no stopping that.
Yeah.
Right. As you get larger, have you guys even worried about copyright?
So there's a couple of programs you can sign up for. One is called Collab, and then there's a company called RHEI that will scan social media platforms for people that have used your videos, and they'll send you the revenue that you're owed.
Well, and you want to be like Coca-Cola. You want to be like the original Coca-Cola. Amazing. You don't want to be New Coke. No,
You are
everyone
not old
hates-
enough to even know what that is, son.
Okay,
Are you
do
sponsored
not.
by Coke too?
I'm sponsored by everything I like.
Look,
Okay.
all right. So I've always said, I've come up through all of it, and everybody's always been worried about that. My ideas, taking my. I've always said, do whatever I do. I do not care. You might do it better than me. You might not that I did this, but you might take my skits with my kids and make it much better. But you'll never be me. So be you. You and your friends do your thing. If somebody's trying to copy you, that means you're doing something good. And if they take the idea, it's still something different than what you're doing. Just be you, and
There's
it'll be all right.
There's a book called Steal Like an Artist.
Mm.
You should check that out. It's I'm not a big reader, and I read it, and it's pretty small, but it's great. It's like taking the right stuff from the right people. It's like when the Beatles started, Paul McCartney said they were trying to sound like this band.
Mm-hmm.
but-
Everybody gets
but it-
influence,
but
right?
it- yeah,
Oh,
but it
yeah.
came out like the Beatles.
Yeah.
and so
Is that the same book as All Artists Steal? 'Cause there's a book called All.
it might be about the same guy.
It might be the same guy, but yeah. So good question. We got time for one or two more.
How do you post videos?
You talk to your dad.
Oh,
No, good.
Yeah, I mean, each channel's
or
different.
my mom. Or
Yeah.
my mom. My mom.
Your dadager and your momager. They're your managers now. So,
Okay.
It's
there you
one. It's mainly one button.
There's
normally.
usually a plus,
There's
a
a
plus
button.
on the app. You hit plus.
And
So-
then it
In all
gets
honesty, at your
posted.
age, you have to have an adult do the content.
Yeah, I mean, each channel, like I said, I posted on 8 channels. They're all different. You know, when you go on Instagram to post, they're trying to get you to do a reel, a story, a post. So you got to go to the right one. Use the right caption. If you're on YouTube, you also have to think about thumbnails, which are a big deal. But the cool thing is, the one thing I will shout out, like ChatGPT, any kind of AI, is for thumbnails can help.
They can help.
They can help with thumbnails.
All right, we're wrapping up here because we're running out of time. I will tell you very quickly, at your ages, you can get shut down because even with adults, my wife, she had her own channel, and we were letting our daughter do content, and it was content that not all of the world agrees with. It's just controversial. It's not adult in nature, and we were showing how children can interact, and it's fine. It's on our channels, and yet haters would come in and report it and get those videos taken down.
Oh, yeah.
So at your age, you cannot stop being taken down because you are underage. So don't take that to heart. If somebody gets you kicked off your mom and dad's channel, keep being you, and at some point the world will catch up.
Yeah, just in line with that, when we first started and we started to get big on TikTok, our channel was full on banned 8 times, and thankfully we were able to get it back. But just because there's an adult on there means nothing.
Yeah.
Just got to be careful and just have a lot of fun. Like I like what we've talked about today about testing it out, trying it. You know, getting a phone, recording things, and doing it before you even post. And just always remember your passion for it. As you start to get bigger in this, it starts to get a lot more tedious, but just remember why you're doing it and let that reason of why keep evolving into something better and better. And so, like, yes, can you make the world a better place with your videos? Yes, but it takes a lot of work to get there.
All right, Melvin and Jasper, you got any last thoughts? All right,
No.
tell people where they can find your channels then.
Yes.
Sponsored by Dad.
I knew it.
Jax's Reptiles is on YouTube, TikTok. I don't really post on TikTok anymore because YouTube seems to be better for me. But I'm on TikTok if you want to check out older videos.
Calzones Gaming on YouTube only.
And then you can see all 3 of us on Uploads of Fun. You can go on any platform and just type in Uploads of Fun and we'll pop up, or go to uploadsoffun.com/stuff.
And then later this evening, Josh will be joining me and my co-host for Wise and Nerdy, where fatherhood meets fandom. And we're going to talk nerd stuff and fun stuff and roll some dice and have a blast. So thank you for coming out, and we appreciate all the participation.
Thank you all.